Hey guys, it is Monday and I have an editorial for you because this bus is moving forward. No reverse here, we only move forward, exposing bad cops. Now, I frequently get people that say, why don't you do stories on good cops? Or why don't you do stories on drug dealers or prostitutes or whatever? Because criminals and drug dealers and prostitutes and all of them thieves haven't sworn an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of California. Police officers or law enforcement officers have taken an oath, and I pay their, or they get paid through my taxes. So I'm paying their salary. I want, that said, but why not good cops? Because if I did stories on good cops, then the bad cops would go, yeah, see, we good. We good, man. I know people give us a bad name. And it's like, no, not for you, for him. He good cop, you bad cop. That's why I do editorials on bad cops, because I don't want them to think that they're flying under the radar or that they're slipping through. And that said, I'm going to do an editorial for you this morning with a video of a cop that thought he was flying under the radar. And I watched this video and it's sickening to watch this thug cop. I'd like to just punch this son of a biscuit eater right in the frickin' chin. And I'm normally not violent like that, but this cop really pissed me off when I watched the video clip. I'm going to put two links in the description box below. I believe both of them have a video in the story. The first link is a video, or has the video clip from YouTube. The second link is the story that I'm doing here. It has a video in it. You might be able to watch it there. But before I get to that, another sidebar. Sorry, I don't know. I just got so much to cover today. There's so much on my plate. I don't know where to begin. The potatoes, the meat, the vegetables, the biscuits. I don't know. But Minneapolis City Council has voted to disband the Minneapolis Police Department. So they voted to get rid of the Minneapolis Police Department. I haven't really read in depth on that. I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to do the Sheriff's Department like Yucaipa and Highland, California do? Or are they going to bring in a military force? I don't know, but they voted to disband, to get rid of the Minneapolis Police Department. What's next? NYPD, LAPD, Chicago PD? Oh boy, it's coming. Changes are coming. So anyway, let's move on to the editorial. I'm sorry I'm talking fast and rambling, but man, there is so much to cover here. In my email, I have a folder called editorial material. I still have a list of stuff to cover in that folder. There's so much. But let's go to it. CBS 12. Thank you, CBS 12, for this story. A police officer resigned from the Fort Pierce, Florida Police Department after being caught on camera punching and slapping a suspect at Landwood Regional Medical Center. The incident happened February 20th. Fort Pierce Police Chief Diane Hobley Burney said, "It is a sad state of affairs that I am before you today." Chief Hobley Burney said police officers and crews with St. Lucie County Fire Rescue found the 38-year-old man unconscious and intoxicated on Okeechobee Road. Officers took him to the hospital for an evaluation where he continued to be combative and made threats, as well as using racial slurs, to Officer Monica Frederick, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Hobley Burney said 31-year-old Officer Albert Eckrow then punched and slapped the suspect, who was not in handcuffs. The suspect suffered an injury to his upper lip that required stitches. She said, quote, "Things that you saw in the video is not tolerated, and we will not allow anyone that wears the badge of this department to do such actions to any citizen." Eckrow, a canine handler with the department, was put on leave the same day of the incident and faced termination, but he decided to resign. Hobley Burney said, quote, "This was a criminal act. This type of behavior will not be tolerated." The chief said the Florida Department of Law Enforcement determined Eckrow broke the law. Police arrested him on felony charges of battery and official misconduct and a misdemeanor charge of writing a false report. We get back to that. To a law enforcement officer of an alleged crime, according to jail records. He posted bond Thursday night. The chief, Hobley Burney, said, quote, "I want the public to understand that we addressed this immediately. We took immediate action because we want them to know that everyone will be treated with dignity and respect." Officer Monica Frederick, 27, faces a charge of filing a false report, I'll get back to that, of the commission of a crime. She has been on unpaid leave since March and also faces a termination hearing. Both the officers turned themselves in on Thursday, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement said. The case will be prosecuted by the state attorney's office for the 19th Judicial Circuit. Lawnwood, I think I said Landwood earlier. Okay, but get me. I'm over 50, guys. I can't read. Lawnwood Regional Medical Center issued this statement. At Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, the safety and care of our patients is our top priority. An incident occurred in February at our hospital involving a patient and police. After review of the incident, Lawnwood administrators contacted the Fort Pierce Police Department, and we have been assisting them in their investigation. Additional information regarding the incident should come from the Fort Pierce Police Department. We are committed to doing what is best for our patients, and we do not condone any actions or behaviors that do not support the health and well-being of our patients. CBS 12 News showed video of the incident to City Commissioner Reggie Sessions. Reggie Sessions said the way that officer attacked that young man was totally by any sense unjust, unlawful. Ekrode was named Fort Pierce Police Officer of the Month, imagine that, in July of 2016. He had been with the department for 4 years before resigning on Friday. Frederick has been with the police department for 1 year. Police say a third officer was also present at the hospital during the incident but did not take part in the battery or contribute to the falsified police report. Did he say anything? He will not face criminal charges, but police say he may face disciplinary action. Bad baby. He didn't say anything, did he? He's not a good cop either. 3 bad cops. Now it said they filed false police report. At least 2 filed a false police report, and a third didn't even say anything. He was like, "I see nothing." Oh. That's why I record law enforcement here where I live in Southern California. This is why I record law enforcement. I don't want you officers, and I do believe I have law enforcement officers that watch my videos. I don't want you to think that I'm out there trying to catch you doing something bad. Because we don't record law enforcement officers because they're bad. We record law enforcement officers because there are bad cops. Not because cops are bad, but because there are bad cops. 3 of them right here. And if you watch the video clip, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because the cop's like slapping the guy and then going, what, what's up, and slaps him. That's not how you act as a police officer. That is totally unlawful, in my humble opinion. That's thuggery. That's acting like a thug with a badge. Imagine how many times that cop has done that to people on the side of the road at traffic stops. Imagine how many drunks he's found in an alleyway and just kicked them and punched them and went, yeah, what? You want to punch me, buck? Huh? And then arrested him and taken him to jail with a black eye. Imagine. And said, I don't know, he got in a fight or something. He's got a black eye. And I'm just hypothesizing. I don't have any evidence for that. I'm just saying as a theory. Now, I'm basing it on what I saw in that video. That's not his first rodeo. You can't tell me the cop just out of one day had a bad day and decided to do that. That's cops. That's his normal behavior on duty. You can tell. How can you tell? Because I know people. I've been watching police officers for 20-something years, maybe closer to 30 years. Oh, you've been watching, huh? Hey, you know what? You can watch law enforcement. I have a sense of intelligence. You can watch a surgeon cutting into a heart, and maybe I can't do it myself, but I can tell you what's the right way and the wrong way by what I've seen other surgeons do. You can see people selling a house and listen to what they're saying and kind of garner like, okay, I know what it takes to sell a house. Maybe I don't have that talent to get out there and do it. So watching law enforcement for close to 30 years now, I kind of get an idea of what they say, how they speak, how they're supposed to act professionally, the bad cops, because I have a semblance of intelligence, and so does the rest of America, law enforcement. We have a semblance of intelligence. We're not just a bunch of dumb idiots running around going, well, I'm not a cop, so I have no idea what they do. No, I've been watching you guys for close to 30 years. Studying, reading, watching you work. Maybe I haven't been sitting in the driver's seat, but sitting over there in the passenger seat, so to speak. I know what a good cop is and a bad cop is. And so do you guys. So you need to speak up and say, dude, will you knock that shit off? Why don't you guys do that? And I know the downside and the negative of doing that. Yeah, snitches in the department, you're a snitch. You're going to end up in a ditch, bitch. Yeah, I get that. And it's true. They have that gang mentality. Hey, he's a snitch. He's a rat. Some people in Yucaipa are saying that about me because I'm out there, because a cop walked up and asked me about the fight. And they went, look at that rat. He's telling the cops on us. On you? Are you one of the ones fighting? Well, I wasn't fighting, and I'm not nobody's talking about you. And no, I didn't tell the cop on you. He was asking me about my truck. He goes, so you got the Ford F-150? I said, yeah. But this is why we record the police right here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm sorry, this is kind of lengthy today, but like I said, there's a lot on the plate, man. I'm trying to cut it down for the rest of the week. But we will have an editorial every morning this week because I'm Community Leo Watch. I watch Leos. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast on this Monday. Let's hope it's a better week.